again, everybody, and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz, and it's that time of the week again. It's replays of the week. This is the second week of October 2019, and this is kindly brought to you by the good folks at the Clan BPS, who I am proud to say I am sponsored by. If you want to look about sponsoring me as a clan, or you want to join as a patron, by all means click the link on the top. Anyway, we've got some good stuff for you coming out today. I warn you, however, it is all German tanks. And first off the bat, we've got Bellatrix Potens of the Clan BPS, yay! Rolling out in the VK3601H, the German Tier 6 Heavy here on the EU server. Now, this tank was always a bit of a meanie tank, but it's had one heck of a buff recently, and now this tank is pretty formidable. I mean, this thing is now rock solid. It is almost impossible to pen the monster. I mean, it was really good hull down at the best of times before it got buffed, but it's had one hell of a buff. I mean, it's like it's been to the gym, had a shed load of steroids, and now if you want to pen it, well, good luck to you, because it's almost impossible. And Bellatrix is doing the right thing here. She's gone hull down here on Fort Despair, bouncing everything that's coming her way and penning everything in front of her. I mean, this is just fantastic stuff. Talk about... I mean, I hate saying tanks are OP, because generally the tank isn't OP unless it's the Kennyotsu. But the buff on this one, maybe a buff too far. But it's now a super duper fantastic tank. I mean, okay, it still struggles to pen every now and then, but not really. I mean, it's now formidable. If you've got this tank and you haven't rolled out in it yet, get out there, guys, because it's unbelievably good. If you haven't got this tank, you need to get this tank in your garage pretty darn quick, because if you're looking to get that win rate up and you're looking for a tank that is really dominating the battlefield at this moment in time, this is the beastie for you. I mean, it is just fantastic. Okay, you can pen it when it goes side on, of course you can. But armor-wise now, I mean, it is a monster. As you can see here, Bella's already done over 1,000 damage, and she's bounced 1,300. I mean, this tank only has 1,170 hit points at the best of times anyway. So she's already bounced more than the tank has. That gives her team a distinct advantage on the battlefield. It's like rolling out with 8 tanks, because every single shot that goes into her and bounces is a shot being taken away from the other tanks. She hasn't taken any kills yet. She's done 1,500 damage, still only bounced 1,300. But boy, I mean, this tank is just a beast. And like I said, if you haven't got it, get it. If you've got it, roll out in it, because it is superb. Absolutely superb. It doesn't always struggle to pen, as you can see here. I mean, she's standard AP here. Now she's up to almost 1,800. Scratch that, up to 1,900. And she's just dominating the battlefield. Okay, she's had a couple of shots knocked into her, but nothing to write home about. I mean, look at the shot on the Stur Emil there. Hello, little Emil. Okay, she's getting smacked around a bit now, but again, she's only lost just over half her hit points. And those are formidable tanks she's up against. Oh, there goes the first kill. Now she's done 2,500 damage, although I know it says 2,400. Now she's got her second kill, 2,466 damage. Wowzers. Bounced 1,300. She's got 222 hit points left. There's only one tank. It's the Kuru. Can she get over the top? Get that gun depression? Yes, she can. Roll down. It's 8 hit points left. She's going to load faster than the Kuru. Goodbye, Kuru. 2,647 damage. 1,305 bounces. And 3 kills. I mean, that is just spectacular stuff by Bella. And I'd like to thank Bella for kindly sharing her replay. Next up, we have got Black Hammer 1407 of the Clan TTT rolling out in the brand new E75 TS, the German Tier 8 heavy tank, which is a premium tank, and it's in the stores at the moment for a whopping $50 odd. Wowzers. This is on the NA server. Now, I've got this tank, and you know, let's talk about this tank. When you're top tier, like Black Hammer is in this game, tanks are going to struggle to pen you if you go hull down. The frontal armor on this thing is really, really tough. However, it is slow. The aim time is slow. The load time is slow. And if you start facing off against tier 9s, you are going to struggle a little bit. If you're in the Louver, for example, which is a tier 8 tank, and you load the APCR, the Pramo, then yes, you're going to pen this thing. The cheeks on this turret are pretty open, to be honest with you. You need to wiggle that turret around. It's very good hull down, like most German tanks. And it has got a whopping 10 degrees of gun depression, which is massive. Now, it's stated as an E75. It looks a bit like a hybrid between a Tiger II, an E75, and an E100 stroke mouse. It's not a bad tank, but is it worth that much money? Well, I would argue no, it's not. It's a nice tank. It is nothing spectacular. The thing that lets it down is its speed. I mean, its speed is unbelievably slow. Not only that, it's got very bad pen, and it doesn't dish out massive damage like you think it would for a big tier 8 heavy. It's disappointing in that respect. It takes you a long time to get to the battlefield. You can, as I said, struggle to pen, and then you're not dishing out much damage as it is. $50 worth of tank? Well, it's up to you realistically, but I would argue wait, guys. I know these things are nice and new and everybody wants them, but just bide your time. Anyway, Black Hammer 1407 has done fantastic stuff here. He's not bounced anything. He's lost about a third of his hit points, but he's dished out 2,113 damage, which isn't bad going in this thing, to be honest with you. Okay, he's top tier. It doesn't matter. You know, you've still got to pull it out. There's still some formidable tanks out there. So he's done pretty well. He's taken 4 kills. There's one left. Bless it. There it is. Hello, little IS2. This is a good rollout. In a brand new tank. I mean, not many people are going to roll out and do over 2,000 damage in this thing straight off the bat. I think he rolled out when this tank was literally released on the day. So, you know, he's got a bit of an edge there because not many people have got it. But that's beside the point. It's still a fantastic game. He's still done a lot of damage. He's still managed to get to grips with the tank pretty early on. As you can see, it will bounce. It is pretty trolly in that respect. Okay, it's up against a tier 7, but that's not the point. You know, if you learn how to angle this thing and you understand the mechanics of its armor, you are going to have really, really good time in it. The only downside, as I said, when it goes up against some of the bigger tier 8s and tier 9s, it does struggle. Not my favourite tank, I must admit. Not worth the money in my opinion, but that is a fantastic game by Black Hammer, rolling out in the brand new E75 TS Eagle. 3,512 damage, 5 kills, and not much blocked, but hey, what a fantastic game. Last but by no means least is Tankshite of the Clan 1 RTR. He's rolling out in the Tiger II, the German tier 8 heavy tank, again on the EU server. Now, this has also had a buff in the recent update, and it's not the tank it used to be. It is by far a lot better. I mean, they have strengthened the armor on it, and boy, it is now pretty trolly. Doesn't mean to say you can just stick it in front of all these guns and get away with it, as Tankshite is finding out to his disadvantage, but you will bounce, and it's still got a fantastic gun, and it still has, you know, pretty decent penetration and pretty decent damage for its tier. I mean, I love the Tiger II. It's one of my favourite tanks in the game, and I do absolutely adore it. And since it's had its buff, wow, this is another tank like the VK36 that has been to the gym, had a fair few amount of steroids, and got a bit beefed up. And it's a lovely tank now. Not that it wasn't a lovely tank to begin with. Anyway, Tankshite here has done already 1,230 damage. He's blocked 940, and that's the main thing. I mean, you used to be able to block in the E75 anyway, in the E100. What am I talking about? In the Tiger II anyway. But now it's just that little bit easier. Okay, some of you argue, yeah, but again, he's a pretty top tier tank. Not really. He's medium tier. And, he's got it all to do. He's got some formidable opponents out there. There's what? There's a Tiger P in front of him. I think there's a Ferdinand earlier. There's an IS. Yes, there is a Ferdinand. There's an IS. There's a T54 lightweight. These tanks are pretty difficult to play. And there's an AT15, always a pain in the backside on any map. But he's doing well, and he's enjoying his new buffed, steroided, I've been to the gym Tiger 2. The Tiger P, however, is not liking his newly buffed Tiger 2. As you can see, he's backing away, backing away. It's not too bad, this. 1,500 damage now. Difficult map, Faust, always has been. It's a lovely map. I mean, I think Faust is spectacular as a map. To be honest with you. Oh, another big bounce, 1,500. There's the Ferdinand. Again, another tank that's recently had a buff. It's got more hit points. And it's pretty nice. Oh, the M41 Bulldog thinks everybody's a bit weak. They're not. Oh, hello, Ferdinand. Look at that. You could just smack him into the side. 1,800 damage now. Okay, he's lost about a third of his hit points. Now he's lost almost half his hit points, but he's going to give the Ferdy a bit of a tough time. Ferdinand's down to a one-shot. He is still realistically a very generous two-shot, but a realistic three-shotter. So he's doing okay here. It's 3 against 4. Sorry, it's 2 against 4. He's now got it all to play for. Hello, Tiger P, you're still here. Smack you up the backside just to let you know that the Tiger 2 is still here. Now it's 1 against 4. Wowzers. He's got it all to play for. Who's he going to take first? Oh, let's go for the T54 lightweight because he's a big pain in the backside. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, you can't go through walls, T54 lightweight. You're going to die. Back to the garage for you for trying to go through a wall. You can't do that. They're not destructible on this map. Here comes the IS and the Tiger P, and don't forget there's a Ferdinand out there still as well. He's got just over half his hit points left, 800 and something. Oh, that's a big bounce. Hello, IS. Smack your lower plate. There's the Ferdinand. He rolls a very low roll into him, actually. They're all trying to take a bit of him. He's now down to 600 hit points. He's done 3,200 damage, but he's bounced 2,000, which is good. Again, it's... Oh, there goes the Ferdy. Ferdinand's gone. That's kill number 2. Now, oh, that's a big miss by the Tiger P, but he's got the IS coming behind him. He knows the IS is on a big reload. Can he get rid of the Tiger P? No, it's a good roll though, high roll. Leaves him on 300. He's got 42 hit points left. Oh, can he load before the Tiger P? Yes, he can. Now he's got to turn it around. Oh, it's going to end in tears maybe. He's still going to get the mastery, but is it going to go into tears or is he going to get the IS? Look at this, look at this. Face off, face off, face off. Angle, angle, bounce and kill. What a game. Blocked 2,680. Dished out 4,089. That is a fantastic game. And I'd like to thank Tankshite of 1RTR for kindly sharing his replay. In fact, I'd like to thank all the contributors. It goes out to Bellatrix Potens, Blackhammer 1407, and of course Tankshite. Guys, I've been Fujit. That has been the replays of the week. By all means, comment and everything below. If you haven't yet, press subscribe. It's a lovely thing to do. Puts a smile on my face. You got any decent replays? Send them to me at fujitsblitz@gmail.com or join my Discord and upload them there because it's easier that way. And until the next time, I'll say my usual stuff. Stay safe out there. Have fun on the battlefield and happy tanking because that's what it's all about. Having fun and being happy.